Kyle's just putting a piece on the car, so. Hey mate.
Yo.
How are you?
Not too bad.
So, we've just got back from Sydney. The next Spell conference over there.
Sure did.
Matthijs won a competition on putting the bumper on a, was it Tucson?
Yeah, Tucson.
25 minutes.
25 minutes.
And it was like 45 degrees in the warehouse, and he smoked it and won. So well done, man. That was
Thank you.
Awesome. Super proud of you. It was very different environment to in here, you know, like with the aircon and dust free. It was hot. There's no lights and a million people watching you. A lot of pressure, man. So
yeah, it wasn't easy, but
you did it. So wicked. So good. How did you end up here? Like, you're from the other side of the world, mate. So
it's a long story, but I'll try to give an abbreviated version.
Yep.
I have always been working with cars. It's been a passion of mine since forever. So I was working with cars in the Netherlands, and had actually a pretty good job, but was just kind of sick of the environment in the Netherlands. And my sister, who also lives here in Australia, got married, and her apartment was going to be empty. So I was able to move into her apartment to try Australia for a bit longer than my annual holiday. So yeah, I moved to Australia and basically didn't really know what I wanted to do. I kind of was sick of not really cars, but of the industry in the Netherlands, because it's quite tight there and a lot of competition, and not really in a nice way. So I was looking actually to find some, how you call it, agricultural work for the visa
farming
and everything.
And stuff like that,
farming work for the visa. And then I saw an advertisement of MADinc on Instagram that you guys we were looking for a detailer. And I was like, you know what, I've never touched a detailing tool or anything, but I was like, I'm willing to give it a shot. And send you a message, and you were like, well, come over, we'll have a coffee and have a bit of a yarn, and turned out to be a good yarn. A week or two, I think it was a week or 2 weeks later, I started with detailing. You explained me how it all worked with the polishers and all the different polishing materials. And went full on the tools pretty fast, and then I was thinking like, I'm probably not even gonna do wrapping here, because we had the other guy working here, and then he quit, so it was time to show what I got.
And then you're on.
Yeah, that's it.
It's crazy to think you're actually behind a polisher. That seems like so long ago, man. But,
it was so short, man. If I ever have to do it again, I probably need a bit of
training.
Dust. Yeah, a bit of training.
That's crazy, man. And now, I mean, what's it been, 4 years?
Yeah, man.
4 years, lots of immigration and visa loopholes and whatever. But now we're here. Yesterday was a pretty big thing. We put in for your permanent residency, so that's wicked. And then we've got a lot of exciting things coming up. We can't really talk about yet, but
it's going to be exciting though.
Stay tuned. I mean, PPF, when you started, we were sort of doing 1 car a week, and you know, a lot of hard work from yourself and Kyle as well, and really going that extra mile and giving the customer more than what they've asked for. And I think we've set a pretty high benchmark. And I mean, the jobs are amazing. The level of detail is phenomenal, and you know, you've taught Kyle how to wrap. He had no idea.
No.
And now, you know,
something completely different for myself as well.
Training.
Never taught someone anything, and
which is not an easy task.
That's right.
What do you commute to work? What do you drive?
I drive a GR Yaris at the moment. Yeah.
Do you drive it or do you race it to work?
Depends who's watching. I try to drive it, but it's hard.
Yeah,
it's good fun.
Cool car.
Yeah.
What has been the most interesting car you've wrapped? What have you enjoyed the most here?
Lamborghini Huracan STO was really nice, but I was
Yep.
kind of sick of that by the end because
Yeah,
it's like a
it's
massive jigsaw puzzle.
So many pieces, yeah.
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 Like what basically showed in that challenge that I did last weekend
Yeah.
is I really like a challenge. I like it when my work is challenging me to become better,
Yeah.
faster,
Yeah.
more like just always set a benchmark for myself. And yeah, one thing that always stays with me is like doing a 79 series in one day, a full car.
That's hectic.
Yeah, that was pretty mad.
That's
Just because the planning was so full, I was like, need to get it out of the way.
Yeah. I guess you enjoy every car. Every car is a challenge, and
Yeah.
how can I make this a better fitment or
Yeah.
whatnot. So I guess that shows the passion Matthijs has in his work. It doesn't matter whether it's a $2,000 car or $1 million car.
That's
the
right.
same level of detail goes into that work.
Yeah.
So that's unreal, and that's how you get better and push the limits. And
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's definitely true. I think like especially for customers like that Audi from last week, where we go like with any other car, we can go the extra mile, like lay in some little bits and stuff like that. That's what
Yeah.
really like excites me, because I know how happy the customer, like I know what the customer is expecting,
Yeah.
and I try to always exceed those expectations. So
Yeah.
the customer's gonna walk out these doors with a big smile on his face and think he's got the biggest win.
Yeah, super
Because- yeah.
stoked. I'm sure. Funniest moment at work? I'm sure there's a few that happen in the PPF bay, hey Carl?
There's a fair few. I think the one that was pretty funny was when I tried to walk to the door in winter without a light, and I was walking like a zombie because I couldn't see anything.
I remember I went back into the camera. Oh man, yes.
Yeah,
that
we've
was-
had some good moments here.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Very funny. Oh, so he had the lights turned off? and
Yeah,
his
my
truck-
phone was dead, and if you turn the lights off in here in winter, it's pitch black, like you can't see anything. So I was trying to walk to the door, but I knew there was a Tesla on my right side and a cutting table on the left side, and I was like, I don't want to walk into the table because it's gonna hurt, and I don't want to damage the Tesla. So I was walking like this, like really slow, like trying to touch where I was, try and sort of feel my way where I was, but I was still miles away from the car and the table, so I went super slow.
Nice.
And then I said to Nick, look, if you want to see a zombie, go look on the camera in the tint bay. And it looked even worse than I thought.
It was very funny, very funny. There's been some absolute classics, eh?
Yeah.
But that's, it's all good fun.
Yeah.
What do you enjoy about working here? Like, what gets you out of bed to come to work every day?
A few things I'd say. We just work with a really cool team, Carl of course.
Yeah. Nice.
We work with a very nice team, a very young and dynamic team, and if we see a change in the market, or we think that we can be the change in the market, we jump into that. And
Yep.
like I like the way that the company is just very dynamic.
Yep.
And of course the cool cars that we get to work on, the happy faces of the customers is a big one for me. I really like to see customers being happy with the work that we provided,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's one of the main goals why I always go the extra mile.
Yep. That's awesome.
It's an awesome workplace as well. I mean, we've got an air conditioning, it's no 42 degrees
Yeah.
and no light,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
awesome. It's all everything together, I would say.
Oh, that's mint, man. That's,
Yeah.
I guess, as I said to you when we were in Sydney, your quality of your work is,
As good as your workplace.
that's right, mate.
That's
So,
right.
if you boys need extra tools or more light or whatever,
We could do with some more.
I can't keep my eyes open.
Boys got to wear sunnies in here
Yeah.
sometimes. It's too bright, but we always want to try and put out the best work. So there's no
That's
point
right.
on skimping
Nah.
on anything. We may as well. If we want to be the best, we've got to have the best stuff. So that's how it goes.
That's right.
Awesome. Thanks, mate, for the last 4 years. It's been,
Thank you too for the opportunity.
No problems, man. It's been awesome, and it's been a pleasure having you as part of the team and watching you grow as a person and as an installer. and watching the limits be pushed,
Yeah.
and the quality, you know, always going that extra mile. So well done.
Thank you.
And let's see what next year has to bring.